Hello everyone, I'm going to go through example 3 here. Hopefully you've given it a shot, or at least try and draw a diagram. So you should pause it before I take it up and see if you can get the steps and the answer right, or the diagram right. That's the first step. So a pedestrian bridge is built over a ravine. So here's my pedestrian bridge over a ravine. Fancy bridge, there you go. The angle of depression from one end of the bridge, so here's by one end of the bridge. So angle depression would mean you're looking horizontally across the bridge and then rotate down 37 degrees. So down 37 degrees to some rock in the center. So there's my rock. So this angle in here will be 37 degrees. It says the distance from that side of the bridge to the rock is 75 meters. So this is going to be 75 meters. Oops, meters, not degrees, meters. Then it says the distance from the rock to the other end of the bridge is 112 meters. So this would be 112 meters. Determine the length of the bridge. Okay, so if we need the length of the bridge, I'm going to call that x. So what I need is I need to figure out that side. So it's not a right angle triangle, so I can't use SOHCAHTOA. I don't have an angle across from a side, so I don't have an angle contained between two sides, so I can't use cosine law. But I do have an angle across from a side, so I'm going to have to use the sine law. But the sine law will give me this angle, which is not overly helpful, other than I can use that angle to find the third angle, angle R, and then we'll find that side. So here's my steps. This is what I think I need to do, my plan. So step 1, I'm going to find, and I guess maybe we should call them something. So let's call this A and that side B, or that vertex B. So I'm going to find angle B. So that's step 1, find angle B. Step 2, I'm going to find angle R, because I know all the angles will add up to 180 in the triangle. And my third step will be find x, which is the length of the bridge. So first step, find angle B. So I have to use the sine law. So I'm going to have sine B over little b is equal to sine A over little a. So B is my unknown, just leave it as sine B. Little b will be the side across from the big B, so little b will be 75. Sine A, angle A is 37, so sine 37. Little a will be the side across from angle A, so it's 112. And then what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by 75. So on the left-hand side of the equation, the 75s will divide out, and I'll end up with just sine B by itself is equal to 75 times sine 37 over 112. And I'm going to punch all that into my calculator in one step. So 75 times sine 37 divided by 112, I get 0. B being 0.4030. So then to get B, I'm going to type into my calculator sine inverse, or second function sine, of 0.4030. And I get angle B to be 23.8 degrees. So there's angle B. So that was step 1. Step 2, go up here. I need to find angle R. So all the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So angle R will be equal to 180 minus 37 minus 23.8 degrees. So angle R will be equal to 80 minus 37 minus 23.8, 119.2 degrees. So I know now that this is 119.2 degrees. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the fact that now I know an angle across from a side, which I knew originally, and I know an angle across from the unknown that I want. So now I can use the sine law to figure out x. So step 3, finding x. So I'm just going to flip the sine law. You can do that as long as you flip both sides, because it's written both ways. So x over sine r. So those are the two that are across from each other. so x is across from sine r, so x across from sine r is going to be equal to, and I'll use the givens, the a, so it'll be equal to little a over sine big A. So then just substituting everything in, which x is unknown, so x is over, equal to x over sine 119.2, I made a mess of that, equal, that looks really messy, but that's good, we can carry on. 112 over sine 37, it's supposed to be an equal sign, but it's terrible. Anyways, multiply both sides by sine 119.2, sine 119.2, so the sine 119.2 on the left side of the equation will divide out, and I'll be left with x equals 112 times sine 119.2 over sine 37. So work that out on a calculator. So 112 times sine 119.2 divided by sine 37. Watch your brackets here. On your calculator, you might just close the bracket after you type in the angle. So I get x being 162.5 meters. So I write a therefore sentence. So therefore, the bridge is 162.5 meters long. Okay, I hope that helps. 162.5. Sorry for the messy writing, but I hope that helps.